Hi everyone, my name is Parul. Welcome to my channel Parul English Lab. Today in this video, we will learn about present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is an advanced tense. Now when I say advanced, what does it mean? It means that after learning this tense, you will be able to construct sentences in an advanced level in English. You will definitely be able to communicate in a better way. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Where do we use present perfect tense? Before getting into that, first let's look at the structure. So this is the rule: subject plus has have plus third form of the verb. Okay, here we will not use first or second form, but we will use third form of the verb. Again, I would say that before learning about tenses, it's better that you watch my videos about verbs, their different types and forms, so that you will not have any kind of confusion here. Okay, now has or have, you can use either has or have. With he, she and it, we use has, and with I, you, they, we use have. All right. Okay. Where do we use present perfect tense? So we use present perfect tense to describe the actions that started in past and stopped recently. Okay, so that means they started in the past and stopped in the past only, but recently, close to present. Okay, but not in present. How? Just look at some examples. I have finished my work. Okay, I have finished my work. So now I'm free to do other things. I'm free to play. So I have just finished my work. So that sounds that this action stopped recently. Next is I have prepared dinner. Mom, I'm hungry. Have you prepared dinner? Yes, I have prepared dinner. I have cooked the food. Now you can have it. He has submitted his project. Can he leave now? He has done his work. He has submitted his project. Now can he leave for the day? Again, it sounds a recent action, okay, which stopped recently in the past. I have just called her. Okay, so yesterday you asked me to remind you that you have to take an appointment from the doctor. So have you called her? Have you taken an appointment? Yes, I have just called her. That means I have just called her. I have called her 5 minutes back or 10 minutes back. Okay, so the action stopped recently. She has left. Where is Lena? I can't see her in the party. Where is she? I've been looking for her. She has left. All right, again a recent action. All right, so whenever you have these kind of sentences which started in past and stopped recently, then you will use present perfect tense. Next, we use present perfect tense when we talk about the actions that started in past and continue to the present. All right. How? She has worked here for 2 years. Okay, so that means she started to work here 2 years back, and till now she is still working here. Okay, so there is a duration. In these kind of sentences, we always have a duration wherein an action starts in the past and it continues till present. Next is I have lived here since my childhood. So that means I started to live here when I was a child, and the action is still going on in present. All right, so there is a duration. So since when have you lived here? I have lived here since my childhood. Next is we have known him for so long. Again, there is a duration for so long. The action started in the past and it still continues today. I have owned this shop since 2015. That means I bought this shop in 2015. I became an owner of this shop in 2015 and I still own this shop. Alright, so that means the action which started in the past is still going on in present. So again there is a duration. I have owned this shop since 2015. Alright. Now, so whenever we frame these kind of sentences, we have to use either for or since. Okay. So just to show duration, we need to use for or since. Now the thing is that where to use for and where to use since. So let's take a look. We use for to talk about a period of time, okay? When we do not know the exact time, but we know a specific period of time, then we use for, and we use since to talk about the exact time, all right? This is the difference. Now let's look at some examples. For we use with 40 minutes, it can be 40 minutes, 30 minutes, a period of time, not the exact time, all right? 3 days. 4 months, 10 years, 2 centuries, a long time, not a specific time, a long time, a period of time again. So long, I've been waiting for you for so long, okay? So when we talk about a period of time, we use for. Now we use since with 7 p.m, exact time, 5 o'clock, exact time, Monday, exact day, okay? May, exact month, 2001, exact year, childhood, exact point of time, Diwali, exact day, exact occasion, okay? So whenever you talk about a specific point of time, you will use since, and when you talk about a period of time, you will use for. So this is the basic difference between for and since. Next we use present perfect tense to talk about the experience in past, okay? So here no one wants to know that when did you experience that, okay? Everyone is interested in the action, in the experience, whether you have done it or not. When you have done that, no one wants to know, okay? So let's go through some examples. I have watched this movie, okay? Let's go to watch this movie on Sunday. No, I don't want to because I have watched it. Okay, so when did you watch is not important. What is important here, that whether you have watched it or not. Yes, I have watched this movie already. Okay, next is she has been to London. Okay, so have you been to London? So here been means visit. Okay, been is the third form of be, and if you look at all the sentences, we are following the rule here: subject plus have plus third form of the verb, subject plus has plus third form of the verb, subject plus have plus third form of the verb. Okay, so that's why I always tell you that once you learn all the rules of tenses, it becomes very easy to understand them and to construct sentences using those tenses. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now if you can see on the left side, I have written some sentences in simple past tense. Okay, so just to tell you the difference between simple past and present perfect, because sometimes people get confused over here. Okay, so now what is the difference here? If you say that I have watched this movie, that means the time is not important, only the experience or the action or the situation is important. Okay, but when you frame a sentence in simple past tense, so you can see that everywhere I have mentioned the time. Okay, I watched this movie on Sunday. So here time matters. Okay, did you watch this movie? Yeah, I watched it on Sunday. All right. She visited London last year. So here she has been to London. Have you ever been to London? Yes, I have been to London. Okay, now when did you visit London? She visited London last year. So here the time is important. That's why I framed it in simple past tense. You cannot frame these kind of sentences in present perfect. You cannot construct it like she has visited London last year. That is grammatically incorrect. Okay, when you have time, so construct it in simple past tense, otherwise present perfect. Now I have met him before. Okay, his face is familiar to me. I think I have met him. Okay, so when is not important, so present perfect tense. Now I met him. Have you met him? Yes, I met him on Saturday in the party. I met him on Saturday in the party. When did you meet him? on Saturday in the party. Okay, so this is the basic difference between simple past tense and present perfect. Next, we use present perfect tense for repeated actions, okay, to talk about the actions which happened in past but frequently, okay, like I have watched this movie many times. Let's go and watch the movie. No, I don't want to go because I have seen it many times. I have watched it many times, okay. You can use watch or seen, anything for movies, okay, both are correct. Now, I have met him 3 times. Do you know that person? How is he? He's a nice person. I have met him 3-4 times. Okay? So whenever you talk about repeated actions in past, you can use present perfect. Next, we use present perfect when we talk about actions happened in past but they affect the present. Okay, any action which has already happened but it has its effects in present. How? She has forgotten her folder. Okay, and same sentence I have framed in simple past tense also, so that you can understand the difference. Okay, now she has forgotten her folder and she forgot her folder. So what is the difference? Do they mean same? No. Okay, so when I say she has forgotten her folder, that means this action happened in past but it still affects the present. Okay, how? She has forgotten her folder. This action happened in the past but now she cannot give the presentation. Today in present she cannot give the presentation because she has forgotten her folder. Now look at the second sentence, in the same sentence in simple past tense, she forgot her folder. This means that she forgot her folder on Monday, but maybe not after that, not on Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, she forgot her folder on Monday. So this action happened in past but it didn't happen after that, and it is not affecting the present. Today is Friday and she can give presentation because she has her folder with her. She forgot it on Monday but not today. So here, when it is not affecting the present, we'll frame it with simple past tense. Okay. Next is I have lost my passport. I lost my passport. So here, when I say I have lost my passport, that means this action happened in the past but it still affects my present. How? Today if I want to go abroad, I cannot because I do not have my passport. I have lost it. I have not yet found it. Okay, when I say I lost my passport, that means this action happened in the past and it doesn't continue till present. Okay, it doesn't affect my present. Okay, now I lost it last year but I have found it now. Okay, so this is the difference between present perfect and simple past tense. When an action, a situation happened in past and still affects your present, then you will use present perfect. But when something happened in past, okay, and ends there, so that is simple past. Now look at some contractions. However, I have made a different video about contractions, but here in this tense, present perfect tense, contractions are a bit difficult and people have confusion with that. So I thought I should include it in my today's video. Okay, so let's go through them. I have, okay, so the contracted form of I have is, what you will do first, let's understand the spelling and then we'll talk about pronunciation. Okay, so I, and then you will remove this part HA, and what will happen, we and I will come together, okay, with an apostrophe. So this comma is called an apostrophe. Okay, so I apostrophe and we E. This is what will happen here. You have, again this part HA, you just have to remove HA. Okay, so you apostrophe VE, WE apostrophe VE, then they apostrophe VE. Okay, now he has is he's, he apostrophe s, she has, she apostrophe s, it has, it apostrophe and s. Okay, so that is how we have to write the contractions. Now let's look at some negative contractions also. I have not is I haven't. Okay, so HAVEN apostrophe and T. So apostrophe will always come after N, okay, and before T. So you will remove O basically. So you, HAVEN apostrophe T, haven't, we haven't, they haven't, and with he, she and it is has N apostrophe T. So again we are removing O over here. Okay, he hasn't, she hasn't, it hasn't. All right, now look at the pronunciation now. So the pronunciation is I have, so contraction is I've. Okay, I have done this, I've done this. Next is you have, you've. You have done that, you've done that. We have is we've. We have done that, we've done that. They have is they've. They have done that, they've done that. They've done that. Okay, now he has, she has, it has is he's, she's and its. Now you must be thinking about these three, that we have same contractions for he is, she is and it is. Okay, he's, she's and its. Yes, we use same contractions. So the difference is through the verb. Okay, like here I have written it's raining or it's rained. All right, so when I say it's raining, so I have used the verb with ing, so it is present continuous tense. Now it's rained, so subject plus has plus third form of the verb. So when you look at the verb, you can see that here it is third form. That means that this is present perfect. Okay, here it is not it is, it is it has. That is how you can differentiate between both the contractions. Okay, now practice these contractions. Okay, once you practice, once you write them, you will have a better understanding. Now let's go through some positive, negative and interrogative sentences in present perfect tense. Okay, so first, he has written a letter. Again, subject plus has plus third form of the verb. Okay, he has written a letter. We have cleaned the car. I have used the contracted form. We've cleaned the car. They've purchased a new car, or they have purchased a new car. Okay, now negative sentences. She hasn't given me an answer, or she has not given me an answer. We haven't been there. They haven't seen it. Okay, these are all negative sentences, haven't or have not. Okay, next is interrogative. Have you spoken with him? Has she called you? Now if you want to use question words, again you just have to start the question with a question word and then the sentence, interrogative sentence. How? What have you done? When has she started her job? Okay, now if you want to use question words in these two sentences also, you can use like, when has she called you? Okay, has she called you? When has she called you? Okay, have you spoken with him? When have you spoken with him? Okay. So that is how you can make positive, negative and interrogative sentences in present perfect tense. So that's all for the video. Please practice more, try to frame more sentences, as many as you can, and if you have any doubts, please mention in comments. Thank you for watching my videos. If you find them helpful, please like and share with your friends. Feel free to leave comments. Do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to receive a notification for the new videos. Thank you, take care and have a great day.